Hi there, you mad geriatric modelers, because that's my viewing group, is my age or even older. Sorry. I guess we're the only ones that have the ability to pay attention past 12 seconds. Anyway, I'm working on something a little bit different here. This is a 1/32nd scale, Special Hobbies Yak 3. I usually build slightly bigger. That's quarter scale. But I've been kind of depressed lately, so I figured I need to get back into it. I need to get back into the groove, so let's go ahead and work on something that I started a while back and I need to finish. So my review of it, the plans, the directions, very informative, very well put together. The plane is not too bad. You're going to say, well, where's all the rivets? Well, guess what? The Yak was made out of wood. There's no rivets. It came with some masking, pre-cut masking that I have already applied on the back. You're supposed to mask over the center area with something that, regular masking tape. But it also came with a mask for, the eject. There we go. For the bulletproof windscreen or bulletproof glass behind the pilot, which was nice. It also provides resin parts, highly detailed resin parts, which is quite nice. And if anybody can tell me why the Soviets used that god-awful ugly color in their cockpit, that would be interesting to know. The exhaust on this is resin. The plane is really quite detailed on a lot of the stuff. There's photo etch parts in here. This is a complete flap segment. It was a challenge, to say the least. Let's see, that one goes in this side. Because you got to cut these big holes in the wing to get them in there. And to put these flaps together, I actually soldered mine together. I don't know if you can see them, but these little braces that are in here to brace everything together is, well, it's like trying to solder. Yeah, there they are. See the little braces? It's like trying to solder the antenna back on a fly. So, wow. I have a technique I use, though. I take a piece of balsa wood and I'll sharpen the end and I'll dip it in some flux, liquid flux, and then I'll flux the areas that I want the solder to stick to. And then it heats up and the solder flows in there. You can't even see any solder in this whatsoever. And that's because that solder wicks right in between the parts and you will never see it. So that does a fine job. The problem is with this big flat areas, that tends to cool off your solder really quick. So you got to use some heat on it to do it, and a little fine point. But I think this is going to look fantastic when it's done. So that's what I've been up to lately. Oh yeah, there's something that I really did not like about this kit. Oh, we'll just leave that there. And that is, they have you glue the prop on. I don't know about you, but I like spinning my props. So what I did is, underneath this part here, it was all closed off. So I took a Dremel and I hollowed it out so I could get to the back side. Oops, that's it. Drop the phone, dummy. Get to the back side of where that spinner sits so that I could glue a 256 nut back there for the 256 screw. Now, my prop will spin. I don't know why. It's just the kid in me. I've got to see it spin. But I'm not going to put the spinner on it until after I paint the fuselage. because after it's all painted, then I'll put the prop and everything will be painted separate, and the spinner likewise. And then that's when I'll do the final attachment. Anywho, that's what I've been up to lately. I know I haven't posted anything for a while. I'm going to redo the F-16 again, because the paint that I used on there, the Ace brand paint, is flaking off. I'm not happy about it. That takes a couple weeks to strip that airplane down. There it is over there. To strip it all down, and that's what I have to do in order to not cover up the panel lines and everything on it. Yeah, we're going to walk around my messy shop and get a closer look. Hey, if it's not messy, you're not working. That's how I look at it. Anyway, you can see the paint. The paint is flaking off. Ace said, oh yeah, it's as good as Rust-Oleum. No, wrong. It's not. Not even close. So, yeah, that's going to get stripped. And it's going to get repainted. Now, for the 4th time, I'm going to go with the same scheme here, because I really like the way it shows up in the air. When you see the top side, it's really dark. When you see the bottom, it's really light. So a lot of the paint schemes for the F-16 have camouflage top and bottom that are the same. This airplane does 200 miles an hour. It's a heavy, it weighs in at like 35 pounds. It's 1/6.8 scale. So it hustles. And if you can't identify your airplane in the air, then you've got a problem. You've got a major out-of-control missile on your hands. So this is not only a sick-looking paint job, but it does show up well in the air. So anyway, that's what I've been up to lately. Like I said, I haven't posted for a while, but I will. Oh yeah, I broke the launch rail off too. Dope! I found something out about the F-16 and these missile rails. If you see an F-16 flying without them, that airplane cannot go over Mach 1, because these act like a dampener for wingtip vibration, for flexing. Without this, the wing does this number as it flies. So that's why you'll always see them on these airplanes if they go over Mach. Anyway, catch you guys later, and maybe someday I'll get to the final touches of that Sopwith Camel. Oh, yeah. Okay. This may be a vicious rumor that I'm going to start, but I recently found all of the original drawings, thanks to a very good friend of mine, of the Clerget 9-cylinder radial engine. I am very seriously thinking about building a running quarter-scale Clerget engine for this Sopwith Camel. This doesn't look right. I think with a running rotary engine in there, it would probably put this airplane up in world class. I don't know if anybody of you have seen the work that I've been doing on it. If you haven't, go through my channel and you can see the entire build up to now. Anyway, have fun. Happy modeling.